Hi Leo, and welcome to your January 2020 general reading. It's really dark in here. I'll do my best so you can see the cards and see the video. So I'm not sure about the regularity of my readings yet, Leo. I still seem to be in some huge process, but let me pull you an additional guidance card before I pull the rest of the deck. So you get the deep knowing card, and please excuse me how tatty this card is. I'm very attached to my tarot cards, and this is about some sort of deep potential, about some sort of deep connection. There's two moons. It tends to show up as an instinct beyond logic about the way forward in your life. Does tend to be a relationship card, but it could be anything. It could be knowing that everything's going to be okay. It could be knowing about the right place, the right job, that sort of thing, but it's beyond the logical mind, which means it's about that sort of inner guidance, the inner guru, whatever you want to call it. Pardon my voice, Leo. So let me do a general spread for the month ahead. Let me do a split. I'll cut the cards. Gosh, it's so dark. It's just a huge stormy time here. Six of Cups just flashed. Six of Cups can be about a childhood home, can be about reconnecting with someone from the past. Let's look at what's behind you. Five of Pentacles with the Strength card. Okay, so the Five of Pentacles can be a feeling of being a little bit separate from someone. It can be about financial difficulties, but it's sort of, I call it the wound of separation, that feeling of being quite disconnected. With this card, one of the people are putting their hat into the light. So they're trying to bridge the gap between you and someone else, okay? It's with your own card. So the Strength card is about self-actualizing, a sense of destiny. It is about resilience. It's about the heart is a very resilient part of us. That's how the heart can process and transmute grief. It can transform heartache. It can regenerate and become this powerful force in the world. Because as a Leo, you rule the heart. So I don't know if some of you might be recovering from something, or there's been a little bit of a division between you and someone else, but your heart, this resilience, this power, this backbone is becoming really powerful. Beautiful way to enter into what's going to be quite a remarkable year astrologically, okay? So what you want is the King of Cups. Beautiful. The gift is the Knight of Wands. The challenge is the Four of Wands. It's so dark. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do about it. Temperance in your relationships, which is Sagittarius. But it can be a bit balanced, the middle path. There's two cards here about being a feeling of being in control of things. So swimming in the water and not drowning in it, really good. Ace of Pentacles in your money and work, fantastic. Some sort of new opportunity, could be a new job, could be a gift of money. Ace of Swords, a soul position. And then you got the Ace of Wands. Oh my gosh, Leo. I think when I seen you leaving 2019 with your own card, I sort of knew that there was a huge power within you. to move forward, to set your sense of destiny. And look, you've got 3 aces. So the aces tend to be regarded as gifts, okay? Now, if that's true or not, I'm not sure, because I sort of tend to believe that you work for the aces and they arrive when they arrive, okay? But Ace of Wands, Ace of Discs, Ace of Swords. There's no Ace of Cups. Anyhow, what you're looking for is the King of Cups. This could be a person or it could be you. The King of Cups is this energy that regardless of what's going on around it, Leo, it sits on a rock. So it's incredibly emotionally stable, calm, serene, even though the whole world might be losing its head. The King of Cups just sits there on his throne. Absolutely beautiful, very, very regal energy, Leo, okay? And this is what you're striving for. This is what you desire. It might be a person, or it might be your own desire to no longer be in this 5 of Discs, but to rise up, to have this sense of resilience. Because remember, the heart can transmute. It can take things of the past and it can process them. And boy, do I understand you, Leo, right now, so don't worry about it. But it's this desire to almost launch yourself, become this very dignified, very regal force, absolutely stunning. And when I see someone who wants the King of Cups, and it's not a person, it's really the sense of emotional mastery, essentially. Because emotional mastery is, believe it or not, complete acceptance of what is. And there's also about learning to love again. It's about learning to open your heart regardless of what's happened in the past. To be open, to be, oh, Leo, what words can I use? This real Leo in its power. Open, willing, knowing that whatever happens, that you have your own throne and that you'll be okay. Now the gift is the Knight of Wands. So the 2 knights that go at great speed are the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords. So this is about some sort of fast movement. I'm not sure where it is. What's the Knight of Wands about, please? Again, it's fire. So fire is always about self-expression. Self-expression. So about expressing your own soul, your own qualities, your own gifts into the world. Could be a person now. So what's the Knight of Wands about? 6 of Cups. And that was when I shuffled the cards, it was there. 6 of Cups is about reconnection. It is about soulmates. Because a soulmate is someone where there's a deep sense of resonance. So, you know, there's no empty gaps. There's this sense of belonging. This could be a person. This could be about reuniting with someone from the past, reconnecting. But it's definitely about getting what you want. I call it the hitting the sweet spot card. Please excuse my voice, Leo. I just really am not myself at the moment. The challenge is a 4 of Wands. So a 4 of Wands is a threshold card. So a threshold is things like a new job, a new home, a marriage, a baby, some sort of gateway that takes you from one world to another world. It is the challenge though. So why is it a challenge? Because you've got all these aces, okay, because of the 6 of Pentacles. which is about the distribution of wealth, the flow of money. There might be a little bit of adjusting to be done around money in order to move forward to a new chapter. It might be readjusting of wealth in order for you to get this new beginning. Something like that, Leo. I'm not fully sure. Anyhow, you've got Temperance in your relationships. This is Sagittarius, or because it's underneath the King of Cups, Temperance also floats on water. She does come right after the Death card though, so Temperance can feel quite vulnerable. So some of you have just gone through the Death card. There might be a feeling of vulnerability, but at the same time desiring to put your toe in the water of relationships. So to connect, to try love again, to open the heart. But with Temperance and the King of Cups, you're just beginning to find your center again. For some of you, this is Sagittarius person, there's reconnection. The challenge is the Four of Wands, which is about a new chapter and a new beginning. What's Temperance about, please? The Empress. The Empress is about home, family, motherhood, love, tangible things you can touch and you can see and you can feel. You get a very similar reading to Aquarius, by the way. So this is beautiful. This is about love. This is about motherhood. Again, the Empress is also a very, very high self-esteem. Maybe because of these cards, some Leos have been in a little bit of a dry period, or even some sort of dark night of the soul. A dark night of the soul is a life transition, okay? One life's finished and a new one hasn't begun yet. So very, very, very much a tricky period to be in. And this is you trying to emerge from it. Ace of Pentacles in your money and work. There's some sort of new job here. Some sort of gift of finances. Some sort of new chapter. It's definitely a beginning because it concludes in the 10. It's with the Three of Cups. Which is about joy, celebration. These three people fly free. So they've released the burdens of the Ten of Wands, and there's a freedom and a lightness to this energy, Leo. Beautiful. Okay. Ace of Swords at a soul position is about being in the truth, clarity, having a very, very clear vision about where you want to go. And I guess that's where the Ace of Swords is definitely a gift, because so often we don't have this clear vision. So when the Ace of Swords appears at a soul level, there's a feeling of clarity about where you want to put this beautiful heart. There's so much energy about re-emergence, Leo. Okay? Vision, destiny, because look, she's got her eye on this North Star. Ace of Swords at a soul position is this gift of sight, being able to see clearly, a bit like the Tower card, okay? But a much gentle version of the Tower card. The outcome is the Ace of Wands. Again, wow, this very passionate, birthing yes card. The Ace of Wands says yes to anything it touches. Okay, so there's some sort of new chapter here. I don't think it's only in work. I think it's about other things. I think it's about a sense of destiny. What's the Ace of Wands about, please? One card. Ten of Cups. which is very, very like the Empress card, because the Empress and the Ten of Cups, they both have these very, very full hearts. And when the heart is full, it pours over to the other cups. It's like the Empress multiplies and so does the Ten of Cups. So there's an awful lot of love here. It's also a rainbow. So a rainbow comes after a storm. Five of Pentacles behind you. And even though you've got this Leo energy, and she's looking right at that Five of Pentacles, and there's this re-emergence here, this clarity coming, this vision, this yes happening to you. A lot of it is definitely around, there seems to be potentially a lot of happiness in the home, okay? Or with people that you love, family, extended family, but also a lot of celebration around some sort of Ace of Pentacles that's going to be in your hand, okay? That challenge, the Four of Wands, there's a challenge about. It's something to do with crossing a threshold. Yeah, it's the Ten of Wands. But look, these are my pairing cards. I've got quite a lot of pairing cards. Look at the difference. And I think over the month of January, it might be the whole month by the way, there's a loosening up and a freeing up of your energy. And this lightness of being is coming back to you. And the reason why I say coming back to you is a couple of different things. The strength over the Five, but the fact that the Temperance is showing up here. I mean, some of you are just dealing with Sagittarius. Absolutely, that's the end of it. But for others of you, there's been some sort of letting go process. And this is a re-emergence. Because you're no longer drowning in the water, you're swimming in it. You're beginning to desire to step out, to put your toes into the world of feelings again. And I can't see any Ace of Cups showing up here, but there's definitely some sort of reconnection. And I think there's also a movement away from the oppression around this Four of Wands, which might be, oh my God, I've been struggling to get to this Four of Wands for ages, this threshold. There's something to do with that Six of Pentacles, which is about a distribution of wealth or waiting for something. But look, 3 aces. One ace in a reading stands out as the potential, the most potential in all the reading. I always go for the aces. You've got 3 aces. There's this clarity, there's this vision coming back to your life, Leo. Now, sorry for my voice. I'm beginning to lose my voice again. Only started doing my private readings again about 2 weeks ago. And can only do a couple a day. Leo, it's almost like I want you to find your North Star, your sense of vision, your sense of that your heart, for some of you, your heart might have just gone through a little bit of a death experience or being separate from someone. But the heart transmutes. The heart transmutes and then it emerges again, which is exactly what these cards are about. Because that's what it does. There's something very, very light about this reading. And even the fact that you've hardly got any major arcanas would say to me that there's no big lessons been learnt. maybe around relationships. It could be some sort of willingness to take some risks, to be vulnerable, is the message for Leo, okay? To dip your toe in, because look at that king. He dips his toe in. He doesn't jump in the water, but he sort of starts to open up and take some risks. Absolutely beautiful reading, Leo. And you know what? It feels like quite a little while since I've done a really outstanding reading for you, and I'm so happy. And please excuse my voice. I've got to stop reading now. Much love. Much, much, much love, Leo. Loads of love. Bye.